So hello, welcome to my channel again. My name is Kat and today I have for you a presentation about these lovely cross charm pendants. And I think you've already noticed, if you are someone who's seen some of my previous videos, that I really love glass imitations of real stones. And even though I have so many pieces of jewelry with real stones, for some reason I always kind of like to come back to these. But I will definitely, I know I always promise that, but I will show you real stones in my future videos as well. But I was really intrigued by these because look at them, multicolored glass, imitations of real stones. I absolutely love this, and these probably have been made in Czechoslovakia or Germany, where there were lots of manufacturing factories, producing these, and there were lots of people pre-war time, pre-Second World War time, where people sat in the factory at the table, or they were bringing these homes. They would be given these metals. The metal is gilded brass, and they would just put the loop in and they would insert the stones in. That's something that the machine couldn't do. They've had these press machines, that would create like the setting, the metal setting, and then glass was produced in different factory, maybe same factory, different type of machine. And we have imitation of rock crystal here. Okay, can you see the beautiful blend? Then we've got imitation of emerald. How beautiful is that green glass? Then we've got imitation of amethyst, pink sapphire, or corundum. Then we've got aquamarine and topaz. All beautiful imitations, glass imitations of real stones. You can, these were definitely came as a set, probably not part of one piece of jewelry, even though I can absolutely imagine these, all of these crosses being hanged on a chain choker. You can basically put them on a chain choker, or you can put them on a charm bracelet, whatever is your cup of tea, because these to me represent the Art Deco era, the early 20th century, which I absolutely love, because almost everyone, I think, at the time could afford to buy these. The loop on these beautiful charms is in a style of a leaf. So I would really like to see the machine that has produced these beautiful loops, because it's so intriguing that at the beginning of 20th century they've had machines to create that. And I really love the metal work. It's very simple, very effective. And what's interesting about these crosses, they haven't been worn. Okay, they haven't been used, so they were probably, someone bought them, to either create their own jewelry. There were lots of manufacturers closed their factories during the Second World War, and then the rest of the stock would be just sold to like small jewelry makers, someone who was just beginning to start their own jewelry company, maybe even like Dior, because they have been creating lots of costume jewelry. And he definitely was also connected to many other kind of beginning designers, like what's her name, I've got her name, something Haskell. I definitely have to do a bit more research, because I've had a lovely bracelet that she has made for Dior, but there was no Dior signature on it, because for some reason Dior decided that the jewelry that she produced will not be presented as his brand. So I'm not really sure about the kind of politics behind that, but I know that lots of these bits, that were left after the Second World War, from all of these manufacturing factories, that then they were sold as a stock to these beginner jewelers. The beginner jewelers would buy the rest of the stock, and they would just recreate them into their, brand jewelry. I just feel intrigued that there are so many of them, and they have not been touched by time. I think that I might either keep them as my private collection, but I might, if there is any one of you who is interested in buying them, as a set, or who is interested to buy them as individual, I might think about this. But for now, I just absolutely love them. We know that still at the beginning of 20th centuries, the cross was very important symbol, and that a lot of people were still visiting church, even though after Second World War, especially in the Europe, religion was kind of prohibited, but we are still seeing, so much strength, a power associated with the cross symbol. And I have to say, especially for young people, me growing up in the 90s, cross was quite strong. There was a lot of strong symbolism behind the cross, and I was very intrigued by crosses, and I think that they will definitely come again, being trending. The very light, they are 3.6 centimeters long, including the lobe, and individual crosses weigh 1.79 grams. So that's that. It's very light. You can basically wear them all in one necklace, in one bracelet, and they have almost kind of no weight. They're just very light, which is quite nice characteristic with jewelry. I don't think that I'd be able to wear heavy jewelry all day. For some of us, who work in media industry and so on, sometimes you are wearing jewelry all day, and it can be tiring. Interesting story I think that I can think of is from the series Golden Girls. I'm not sure if you know about this, if you are a fan. Dorothy, who was the author, has complained in one of the episodes that her earrings were too heavy and too painful to wear all day. And when you look at the series, you see how beautifully the girls are, all four girls are styled, and that they sometimes wear a costume jewelry that looks a bit quite painful, because 80s, 90s were are famous for this heavy and chunky costume jewelry, which I absolutely love personally. As a seller, I have to say it doesn't do very well in selling. If you wanted to sell this kind of jewelry, for some reason, people find dainty jewelry more in right now, and the chunky pieces are definitely out of fashion. I suppose it will definitely come back at some point, because these things tend to come back, you know, and we always have revivals of everything. And yes, I think it might be everything for today that I wanted to show you. Like I said, you know, give me a shout if you are interested in any of the pieces that I am presenting to you in these videos. I'm very good in communication with my customers, so I will always respond. You can leave a comment underneath the video. You can contact me via my Etsy shop, you know, that's linked below this video, and just message me and I will respond very, very quickly to your message. So any piece of jewelry that you see here or in my shop is definitely open to offers. You know, we can discuss the price, or we can discuss you know, how to send it, where to send it. I basically send my items to anywhere the rest of the world. Basically, I have no limitation. I will send everywhere. I think that's really possibly all, and I will see you in my next video, and I will bring you another beautiful piece of jewelry. And for now, bye bye.